Alrighty, good morning, guys. So, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how I do my roses. So, I start off with getting, I don't know, like a good chunk of this clay. I make sure I close it because this clay actually dries really quickly. Um, and then what I do is, so the bottom part I'll leave a little thicker so it gives it that shape, and then the top I'll use the tip of my fingers to flatten the edges, and then, like the wave of an ocean, at least that's how I see it, I'll spin it or roll it. Like, I guess, think about it, I guess for me, being being Mexican, folding a tamale or a taco or whoever you want to use to give you that rosy, beautiful spiral shape. I don't know if you can see that, but that's how you get that middle part. And then next, I'll just grab more. And then grab this baby. It's kind of the same thing, but not really. I just mostly do a flattening out type of thing, and then add it. And then lay that down. I kind of put the rose in one hand, and the other hand, I kind of measure out. I guess I want to see with my mind how big I want to make the petal, because if you look at the anatomy of a rose, it kind of does matter how big you make the petals. I get a question a lot. Do you use references for flowers? Sometimes. I use a lot of just looking at flowers or books, but honestly, I just go with memory. And I feel like that gives my flowers a little more, maybe personality or a uniqueness, maybe. I don't know, but ever since I was a little girl, I've always loved to make flowers. Um, which interesting story is that my great grandmother, um, from Mexico, she she used to make flowers as well, but out of paper in Mexico, and she would, in order to make an income for her family, she would have to sculpt many, many, many flowers, and she loved doing it. So I'm like, my family always referenced me to her. I've only really met her once, but that was a long time ago, and she was already, you know, older, and um, she couldn't really move a lot, but her energy just seemed very, very loving, and she was willing to do anything for her family. So it's like I don't really know why I started doing my clay. I guess maybe I just see it as like, one day I just started doing it. Making flowers, animals, food. I would make the food edible baskets, the strawberries, and sushi. I guess I would say as I'm still am. I'm a big foodie person. Um, and I would give them out as gifts. And my best friend, she still has some of my stuff, and I'm just like, why do you still have that? It's just so messy, and God, I I'm judged with comparison to what I make now. It's just like, dang, I could definitely see my process, my progress, but I can see why she's kept them. Her and her family, and as well as my siblings, have always been very supportive of me doing what I love, which thankfully for them, I'm still doing that. There have been many times where I've wanted to stop because of people's comments and being like, how will you survive? How are you going to survive with these small little things that you sculpt? Why don't you make them bigger? And at those times I'll be like, why? Why should I continue? But then thankfully I'm grateful I never really listened to those comments. I really listened to the people who really cared about me. And that's another thing. It's important to keep the people who really care about you around you, and those who really don't or use you for other ways. It's just really important to who you surround yourself with, because that's what kind of shapes you to the kind of person you want to be. And that's why I'm pretty careful with who I hang out with, because I really believe in energies. Energies are really sensitive, and I also believe in details. Every detail matters. As cheesy as that sounds, being an artist and a sculpture artist for that matter, because I do believe in the details. It's everything. It's a very key aspect when it comes to sculpting. So,
You see that? Maybe? Yeah.
so I do own the brand name Alejandra Studio, and I'm gonna try continuing making videos like this, of me sculpting, because I guess I want to help people know that we exist, and if someone wants to learn how to make a flower out of clay, like, I'm hoping maybe someone can take from that, or even with the messages I have for people, such as friendships and families and life and balance. um so there's your flower, and let me know if you guys want to see anything else, any more flowers, or um sculptures, or food, or I'm sorry, I got my toast and coffee here. It's the morning. So yeah, and I hope you guys liked this video. Give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I mean, I have to start somewhere. So I hope you guys have a great day, okay? Take care.